My Excel is already on. Let me screen share just a second. Yes, so is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
I just want to know. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll type a couple of things. You tell me if it's completely legible to you or not, so that I know what should be the zoom level. Yeah. So let's say we will solve first using bisection method. So let's take a problem. Let's take, say, let there be 2 minus x plus ln x equals 0. Suppose this is an equation and we are going to use bisect. Can you see properly? I think it's visible to everyone, even if you are on phone. I
Yes,
hope
sir.
you're not,
It's
because
visible.
yeah, yeah, because I would want that you people try this out yourself. So we're doing bisection method for this problem. This is the equation that we need to solve. Okay, and if we look at the logic, then I just quickly revise. The logic is that if uh, fx1 multiplied by fx3 is going to be less than 0, then the interval becomes x1 and x3, else the interval becomes x3 comma x2, right? This is what it is. I hope you remember bisection method, and we will start with the initial assumption being x1 comma x2. Okay, and then we'll let me make so. So this is let me just not write it here. Let me write it somewhere here. So we begin with x1 comma x2, and then if this is then okay, so let me put the entire conditions here. Okay, great. So we are using bisection method. We are solving this 2 minus, I think some people joined the okay. So bisection method, 2 minus x plus ln x is equal to 0 is the equation you want to solve. This is the basic algorithm. We will have some x1, we will have some x3, we will calculate fx1, we will calculate fx3. If it is less than 0, then the interval becomes x1, x3. Otherwise, the interval remains, interval becomes x3 and x2, right? So this is the problem. So let me just start like this. So let me say we will count the number of iterations also. Okay, so iteration we can write here. Then let's say that we write x1 here, which is the first assumption that we'll take. x2 here, which is the second assumption we'll take. Then let's evaluate fx1. Then let's evaluate fx2. Then let's evaluate x3. Okay, because that's also needed. Then let's evaluate fx3. Okay, then let's evaluate fx1 into fx3. Okay, and then let's also keep a track of the error. Just a second, I'll just be back. Yeah, so somebody has joined. So we have these iterations, and we have, so these are the quantities of interest to us, and we will evaluate them. And, okay, great. So so let it be first iteration. Let me give you some initial values. Let it be say 1 and 4. Okay. So now we need to evaluate fx1. So how do we evaluate fx1? I want people to know how do we do this kind of thing in Excel. So you first write an equal to sign. So you start not audible. Am I audible now? Is it good now?
Yes, sir, it's much better.
Yes, sir, it's much better.
Yeah. Okay. Much better. Okay. Okay. So then so this is how we start again. I'll say it again. Just a second. Yeah. So you put a equal to sign, then you put a left circular bracket, and then the function you write 2 minus, then whatever value should get substituted here. So x1 should come here. So you go here and you press x1. It will take that cell value. You can see that this is b and 8. So b8 is actually 1. So it has taken it, plus ln, bracket opens. Again you want b8 here, and you press it here and you press enter. Okay, you need to close the bracket. So this is what, this is 1, right? So now if we have to calculate x2, we can do the same. So there are two ways. One is that you just copy it again. So you say 2 minus, now you want x2, right? So you press x2, which becomes c8. You can see that it is column number c and row number 8, plus ln. You open the bracket, again it's c8. You close it, you double close it, and you get an answer. There is another way to do it. So suppose I remove it. I have applied the formula in fx1, and the same formula needs to be applied to fx2. So what I do is I'll hold this here with a plus sign. See, it doesn't show a plus sign anywhere except here at the bottom. I will just press it and I will extend it to fx2 column, and I'll get the value automatically. And you can see that over here, the formula which is being applied is this. You can see this. Just a second. You can see here the formula which is getting applied. It is the same formula which we had applied ourselves, right? So this is what it is. Okay, great. So this is fx2. We get fx1, we get fx2. Then we know how x3 is evaluated. X3 is evaluated as sum of x1 plus x4, which x2 basically, divided by 2. So that is 2.5. Okay. Then let's evaluate x3. Now we cannot extend this to here because we have this in between. So we'll just simply apply the formula. 2 minus x3 plus ln